Hello everybody, this is another webcast on using an aspect of Brandwatch, which I've been playing around with for a couple of years now, and it's a good way of checking the sentiment. Sentiment being, if you like, how an item has been classified as far as positive, neutral, and negative. This is using Brandwatch, and just here we've got a listing of some 400 items in the past week regarding it's a kind of string of references to mobile payments providers, people like Apple, Google Wallet, that kind of thing. So got a whole host of them coming up here, and as you can see, the majority of them are neutral. But you might want to go through, because there's a lot of people think that the way that these computers score this stuff is a little bit arbitrary, and I've got to be honest, I don't tend to put a whole heap of faith into a computer's ability to score these things. And this is a little discussion here, this little sort of how-to, if you like, on a technique which I've been playing around with. Using Brandwatch, he's kind of been spurred on by a web post by Bill Kompovich from Cyber Alert, who was talking about the fact that they're getting better, these computers, at spotting, but they still miss out nuance of phraseology and sarcasm and all that kind of things, which often means that their ability to actually, if you like, score the good from the bad and from the indifferent is sometimes a little bit no better than kind of tossing a coin. So anyway, this is a technique which we've been using, which I think, although it's not instantaneous, it's not on the fly, but it will save you a whole heap of time, rather than scoring every single one of them. Now, if you imagine this is, you put in a couple of brands like Coca-Cola and Pepsi, you're going to get absolutely that 476 is going to look more like about 476,000 for probably the past day. So you can very quickly get a whole mass of them. But anyway, this is a way of actually isolating a proportion of the clips. And what we would tend to suggest to people is that you take a sample being 25% or about 400 clips, whichever tends to be, and you look at actually scoring those in detail. Obviously, if they're under what is it, 140 characters for Twitter or something like that, then it's pretty quick to do. Obviously, if they're on Facebook, full Facebook or news reports, things like that, it can take a little bit longer. But I can normally advise you that in about 400 you can normally nail in a day of an analyst's time. So it's not appropriate to sort of doing stuff on a daily basis, obviously, but if you're looking at putting together a weekly, a monthly, or quarterly reports, it's an excellent solution, and you'll find the results will be pretty much spot on, pretty much near to as you actually scoring every single one of them. So if you've got that sort of volume of cuttings, you really can get those. You can get this this process sort of rolling much quicker. Anyway, the way I mean, a lot of the different dashboards for different sort of monitoring tools will do things their own particular way. This is obviously how Brandwatches works, and I can see, from playing around with other tools, that you can do this, if you like, with others. But I'll explain. I think it's probably good to exemplify how to do it in Brandwatch first of all, and you can kind of apply it too. But anyway, look, basically what you do is looking at trying to sort of isolate, say, 25% of these 476 clips. So what we want to do is find a randomized sample of those. In effect, you look at tagging them all, so select all items, you go to more actions, and you go add tags, and I'll type in here random, if I've got there already, and what you want to do is tag a random selection. We're going to say 25% from the 476, so if we press that, and it will be applied. So you go close that, and the way we actually work our listing together, because we've still got 476, you pull out the filters tab on the left hand side, go down to the tag section, which break it out. We can say that we want to have all of the tags which are relevant to random. So let's go there, and we go set filter and apply. That should take the number of clippings down to 119, being, if you like, 25% of that 470 odd. So anyway, that is your listing, which needs to then be, obviously this is only going to be proportional, but you can multiply it up according to the volume there to give you a total number of items which are coming within the visit. So basically what we're now going to do is go through each of these items and score them manually, whether or not they are positive, neutral, or negative. The way I tend to do it, in actual fact, is to say take the positive ones first of all, and the way you do that is you go to sentiment and you can pull up the items which are positive, and we apply that. So that will take down only 12 of those. So already you kind of like got it down to bite-sized chunks. And the way we work, so we know which ones we've checked and which ones we haven't. We can use this workflow drop down here, and we can indicate whether or not we've checked them, and it's a way of doing sort of bulk job. So basically, if we go through all of these items, decide yes, they're all positive, we can then go more action, and you can go add checked to all items. So there we go. We go close, and what we can then say is down here, I'd like to only have items listed out which have not been checked. So if we do no, and we should come up with no results, because we've checked our positive ones already, and we've only got positive here. So if we take out the positives, go apply again, we've got 109 left. So we can go through each of those. Might be a good idea to next time around have a look at the negative ones. So you could again go do this, go the negative items, do apply, only got 25 of those, go through each and return to find whether or not they are indeed right or whether or not they need to be changed. And if you need to change them, it's just a case of sort of doing that, and it will record it. And then at the end of it, click the top box here to indicate that you've checked them all, and again you can go and put a sort of a bulk checked on all of those items as you go on. So anyway, I hope you found this helpful. Massive time saving from checking, if you like, all 470 odd articles in this instance, and you'll find that the results it actually generates are just about pretty much spot on, you going and doing it all the long-handed way. So anyway, hope you found it interesting, and if you've got any comments, please don't hesitate to drop some thoughts in below. If you've got any questions or any things which I might have missed out, which and of course I'd also welcome any thoughts on any other tutorials which you think I might be able to help with. Anyway, thank you very much.